You already know the drill. We back again with another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And strap on your seatbelts, cause it's all pedal to the metal from here. And without further ado, your amazing host, Drew Billy.
Welcome back to another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys, here with your host, Stevie, and host, Trevor Dinsmore. Trevor, how are you doing tonight?
Definitely a mixed bag for myself over the weekend, but it ended well. It ended a little bit ugly, much like my sweater here, but it ended in a victory for our Pittsburgh Steelers. So all in all, good weekend.
And we got a lot of news we're going to touch on tonight, going through the first week of the NFL season. Trevor, with his segments, very excited to become a real fan favorite. And I'll be coming back later with debate time. So stick around. Don't fucking leave. If you have something going on, cancel it and just stay here in front of the TV or your phone or whatever the hell. But on a serious note here, I do want to do a tribute. We did this last year. We should do it every year. Even if you don't have a podcast, you should take a moment tomorrow. 23 years ago, there was a horrific event in our nation's history, 9/11, the bombings of the Twin Towers. I just want to give a moment of silence here for the victims, the first responders that gave the ultimate sacrifice, and the first responders that are still living with the damages that they got from the fumes and all types of different stuff, Trevor, trying to save people. But I just want to take a moment of silence. You want to say anything there before?
Yeah, you put it pretty well. Hearts go out to the victims' families, first responders that were a part of it, that, like you said, gave the ultimate sacrifice and that are still dealing with, those awful thoughts, awful, conditions, ailments, whatever have you. To this day, I pray, and every United States citizen should pray that something like that never happens in our nation's history again. Yeah. And if it does, it be met with swift and very actionable tactics against those that perpetrated it, just as 9/11 was. Yeah. No amount of that will avenge what we lost on that day, though. So,
yeah. So just quick moment of silence here, and then we'll get into Trevor has something he wants to talk about as well, in remembrance. But it's just a quick 10-second moment of silence here. If you're religious, if you're not religious, maybe say a prayer. Just a moment of silence here, 10 seconds. Okay, good to go. Good stuff.
Just kind of keeping it in a note of remembrance here. Yep. The celebrity community at large lost one of the greats. One of the greats since, all the way back to the 50s and 60s when he was doing Shakespeare in the Park, all the way through his role as the original Darth Vader in Star Wars, onto his roles in movies like Field of Dreams and Sandlot. Mr. James Earl Jones passed away the other day at 93 years old, an instrumental figure in many people's childhoods, including mine. I'm a massive Star Wars fan, largely as a result of James Earl Jones's work. He is a rare member of the EGOT Club, which is to say he won an Emmy, Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. He was also honored with an American Theater Hall of Fame induction in 1985 for his work with Shakespeare in the Park, as well as winning the Tony Award for Best Actor in a Play in a musical called The Great White Hope, all the way back in 1968. Was also honored with the National Medal of Arts in 1992, the Kennedy Center honor in 2002, the Screen Actors Guild Life Achievement Award in 2009, and the Academy Honorary Award in 2011. He was active as an actor from 1953 until 2001, when he kind of succumbed to his ailments a little bit. But I think Mark Hamill put it best. R.I.P. Dad, or as I like to say, R.I.P. Lord Vader.
Right. No, and when we think of, wasn't a big Star Wars guy, but when you said that and I saw the post, I was like, damn, yeah. And then you told me he was the original Darth Vader. It's like, this guy's the shit.
Yeah, no, yeah. On top of his role in The Lion King, Conan the Barbarian,
Yeah.
American Legends, Best of the Best. You name any classic movie from the 80s, 90s, there's a good chance Mr. James Earl Jones was in it. And who I first saw him as Mr. Myrtle in The Sandlot. I even saw that before Lion King when I was younger, which just goes to show how destined to be a sports fan that I was.
Right.
And I'm like, who's that guy playing the blind old guy with a mean dog, apparently? And lo and behold, come to figure out, James Earl Jones, who, again, the OG Darth Vader, Field of Dreams cast, Conan the Barbarian cast. I saw those movies a little bit later, but just reading off some of his accomplishments there too. One of the best of the best.
Yeah.
One of the best of the best actors and one of the best in his field, especially in the African-American community where, they weren't always accepted, especially in his early days in the 50s and 60s, the whole civil rights movement going on at that time. He fought through that, and he's a legend, forever a legend.
Yeah. No, keeping his families in our thoughts and prayers tonight. But moving on to football, Trevor. A lot of shit went down.
Week one, buddy. Week one.
Jordan, to the Packers fans, I hope that you did not have a heart attack. It looks like it's not as bad as we thought. I thought it was worse than what Matt LaFleur is telling us here. But Jordan Love will not be playing this week. He will be out. Got hurt on the third to last play on Friday, trying to avoid a sack. And also Malik Willis will be starting in place of him. Trevor, how do we feel about the whole coming off the high last season to starting this season? He gets hurt. Now fucking Malik Willis is going to start.
There's a rumor floating around there, too, that they might go after Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
So I could very well see that happening. Judging from those last two plays that Malik Willis was in there.
Jesus.
Not good. Just looked really uncomfortable and not ready to be in the game. I mean, yes, it was only two plays, and you're dealing with the emotionality of your star quarterback going down on top of what everyone was dealing with, just going to play the game in Brazil, for Christ's sake. So, maybe they'll give him a shot and then they'll go after Tannehill. But, hope, wishful thinking is Jordan Love recovers in 3 weeks and you're not dealing with this for much longer.
Right.
Right. Of course, by then they might be 0-4. We don't want that.
No.
I mean, there are a lot of people's Super Bowl, NFC, or potential division pick in that NFC North with, Jordan Love being worth all that money that they're paying him. Now, the second highest average annual value of any contract in history for an NFL quarterback behind you know who. We'll talk about him in a little bit, too.
Yeah.
But, yes, I know several Packers fans. My heart does go out to them. I'm hoping, like I said, speedy recovery, and thank God it was not an ACL. Thank God it was not an ACL, because that just wrecks the season from the start. And how unintentionally poetic it would be that Rodgers goes down with the ACL or the Achilles last year, and then his replacement goes down this year. I mean, the internet would absolutely have a field day with that, but for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah. No, when I saw the play, I thought, okay, yep, he fucking tore that shit. And then he's walking on the sideline. I'm like, okay, well, it could still be there, but he's just might be a strong son of a bitch. I didn't know, but
Rivers played an AFC championship game with a torn ACL. Kobe sunk 2 free throws with a torn ACL, walked off the court. You can still walk on it. You just can't, you just can't properly move about a football field the way you need to.
Right.
You can't put weight on it. You can't shift. You can't. Yeah, you can't really do much else other than walk.
Dustin, how you doing tonight? Thanks for stopping in. But anyways, what else do we got here? Caleb Williams. I think it's well documented. A lot of Bears fans that I know are not a fan of me due to what I was saying in the off season. I'm sorry, the guy paints his nails. It just gets me somewhere else. But anyways, number 1 overall pick. Trevor struggles greatly, I felt, watching the game. Jesus Christ, let me get the stats here real quick.
I got it up for you. 14 of 29 for 93 yards. He was also sacked twice for 29 yards. For reference, that is a net of 64 passing yards in his debut. No touchdowns, no picks. I don't believe he had any turnovers either. He did have a fumble, but it was not a lost fumble.
And I think we were right before the show. You said the quote. What the hell was it? He doesn't care about stats or something. I
believe he said that in the post-game interview. I saw it in a clip. I forget exactly what the channel was, but I imagine it popped up on ESPN, NFL, what have you.
Yeah.
It says, I don't care about stats. I'm just glad we got the win. I'm like, okay, cool.
Now,
cool. And credit to him, I guess. He is the first overall quarterback to I think it's like the first quarterback selected to win their debut since 2002 when David Carr did it.
Yes.
Quarterbacks in that time were 0-14-1. It's either first overall picks that were quarterbacks.
Yes. Yeah.
We're 0-14-1 since 2002 in their debut. And he broke that trend.
He did. And I just want to say to football fans, the Bears fans. Now, if you go back a year or two, Trevor, how much he's changed his tone with the media. He's not. I was expecting him to say, blame the teammates or something, but he held it professional. I don't know if his agents. It must have a really good agent to keep him in fucking. Don't fucking say that shit. Say the right shit. But the money will come if you just say the right shit, Caleb. Some of it's already come, and
you keep it up, and you keep winning games, Rex Grossman style. You might get a payday someday.
Oh Jesus! Oh God! What a blast from the past there.
You score no offensive touchdowns. You get a pick six and a block punt for a touchdown. You lean on that to get you your victory. I mean, I guess he did convert a 2-point conversion, so that's worth something.
Are you
got in the end zone once?
Yeah, and in the script here, 3 passes of his were batted down at the line. Are you concerned with his vision at all, Trevor? Just not being able to fucking find guys or just navigate.
I'd have to really watch the film in order to fully evaluate him.
Yeah.
I was not able to catch. Obviously, they were playing at 1:00, I think, and the Steelers run at the same time. After that, I was doing a little,
right. You have to
partying and playing the usual drinking games and what have you. So I only really caught the Dallas Cleveland game after that.
Shit show.
Well, we can talk about that here in a minute too.
Yeah.
Side note, Watson has another allegation out against him from a woman in 2020. Oh yeah.
We'll throw that.
Go look that one up. Apparently he was dating this woman, and they come home. She goes off into the kitchen or the laundry room or something, comes back, and he's laying ass up naked on the couch. Give me a massage, sweetie.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
He's stuck. Anyways, we'll get to that when we talk about Brady's.
Let's talk about that here in a little bit. But back to Caleb. Not at the moment. I'm not concerned. Okay. Not at the moment. It's his debut. He's going to grow. He's going to evolve. And with the weapons he has, he's bound to get some level of competent statistics.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Just moving forward here, Sunday's game against the Arizona Cardinals. The Bills win 34-28. Very ugly game. Trevor, very concerned during that. We had the Steelers and the fucking Falcons game over here. Then we had the Bills and Cardinals game. She shin her pants, I'm shin my pants because we couldn't score a fucking touchdown. Boswell's foot got us the win. But anyways,
6 for 6, very nice.
Everybody in the stadium up there at Highmark, and also probably at their homes and their little football dens, what have you, shit their pants when it was said that Josh injured his left non-throwing hand. I'm not seeing anything saying that he can't play next game.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything either.
Yeah, so
I honestly didn't even know he hurt his hand. I figured that would have been bigger news had it been like a serious issue.
Well, like me and you and ex-co-host Nate Stites was saying, I don't like him fucking jumping. And you saw it there. He jumps in the air for the touchdown. When he comes down, he lands, and then another guy lands on his hand. And that's what caused. I get it. He wants to run the fucking ball, but you're the franchise. Like you gotta help the guy out so he doesn't have to fucking kill himself every game, Trevor. Jesus. But yeah.
He's got some weapons that might be able to help that. Some. I mean, obviously, no digs, but.
I mean, he just loves pulling that ball down and running. And I'm like,
I know that's his game. He's one of those guys that's gonna live and die by the sword.
Yeah,
and his sword is occasionally running the football and being physical. He's 6'5", 250 plus.
Yeah,
he's gonna be able to do that.
Yeah, no, but
whether that's gonna sustain him a long-term career or even a Super Bowl someday, TBD.
Yeah,
but he's gonna live and die on that sword.
Yeah. His stats, 8 for 23, 232 yards and 2 touchdowns with his legs. I mean, it's a typical Josh Allen day. But
right,
what else do we have here? Puka Nacua out. Trevor, a lot of fantasy guys freaking the fuck out. He's going to be out, I think you said, 4 games?
He was put on the IR today, so yes.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
Yeah. But, 4 games and then he might be back.
Okay, yeah, they lose.
Yeah. Beyond that, I haven't heard anything.
I mean, it was a hell of a game, though, between them and the Detroit Lions.
It always
Sunday
is.
Night.
Yeah.
It was very good.
Yeah, that, what was it, the NFC Divisional last year? That was a phenomenal game.
Yes. And Matt Stafford, I'll tell you this. He's shown his age a little. Trevor, that guy just is a fucking dog. Mm-hmm. He could get the shit beat out of him, and he's still slinging that fucking football with no issue.
Yeah.
But, no, and then Cooper Kupp. Basically had to take the reins there.
I can tell you how long Nakua's out because I have him on my fantasy team. I just pulled that up. Give me a second.
Oh, I apologize. Jesus. Okay.
Okay. They're expected to place him on injured reserve. I thought they placed him on injured reserve yesterday, but they're expected to do that. Yeah, nothing beyond that really. So minimum 4.
And we don't know the degree of the knee injury. That's all they gave us.
No, we don't know the severity. No.
Yeah, and Sean McVay's not going to give us too much information.
No.
So
no, he's very close to the vest when it comes to that sort of stuff, which I get.
Yeah. And then what else do we got here? Shit show for the Bengals, Trevor. They only scored 10 points. I'm not sure what's going on there. I guess Jamar Chase is saying that food poisoning led to the team adding an illness to his. He had food poisoning, supposedly. Joe Burrow, I'm not sure what the hell's going on with the Bengals.
That was ugly. That was not.
I mean, I don't even want to go off the article because the stats don't even matter. It was just an ugly fucking game.
I get it. Yeah. I'm just looking at the stats. Field goal fest primarily, other than the Zach Moss touchdown run, and I guess Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run.
Yeah.
So, you could debate which game was uglier, this game or the Steelers-Falcons game. A lot of people would argue Steelers-Falcons, but this one wasn't too pretty either. A combined, 285 passing yards between Brissett and Burrow. Not good.
No.
Not good. Stevenson had a day, 25 for 120 and a touchdown. Jamar Chase, even though he had his ailments, 6 for 62.
Yep.
Not a terrible fantasy day, but not something you would expect from a producer like him. And obviously, most importantly, the Bengals, they lost.
Yes.
And they lost a lot of people, some survivor pools. myself included, who picked them in all 3 of my survivor pools. So guess what 3 things I don't have to worry about for the rest of the season? Those.
Yeah.
Those are gone.
Yeah.
Those are gone. I just got to worry about best ball, fantasy, and pick 'em now. That's it.
Are you
and on top of the normal betting?
Are you pressing the fucking crisis button here with them losing the Patriots? Okay.
No.
I know
It's early season Bengals MO. I just did not think it would come out against this very, very weak rostered Patriots team, at least on the offensive side of the ball. They still have some of their defense from last year intact, most notably Christian Gonzalez. But other than that, Judon, they traded away, unfortunately.
Falcons now, yeah.
But most of the rest of that defense was intact from last year, and that's Gerard Mayo. That's how he's going to win a lot of football games for those Patriots.
Yeah,
which he could in the future. I just what did I have them at 4-13 on the season, somewhere in that neighborhood. Well, there's one of the wins.
Yeah,
there's one of the wins.
No, struggled. Hopefully, Joey Fresh can figure it out there.
I have all the faith in the world that they can. Once T. Higgins comes back as well, hopefully that's this week.
Right. And then I guess the one that took over Sunday, Trevor.
Yes.
Football fans are usually more interested in what's going on the field, but outside the stadium, Tyreek Hill gets detained for reckless driving. This is whatever you think about the guy, I don't think he's the best person at times.
No.
Trevor, maybe.
I mean, how many baby mamas he's got?
That plays a factor, but yeah, I mean, he gets detained, put on the ground, a little roughed up. He goes out on the field and still catches 7 fucking passes, 130 yards, and a touchdown.
Yep.
That you gotta fucking really think there, like the mentality that guy has to go through something like that, and then still put up the numbers you would on a normal day.
Compartmentalization.
Yeah,
that's all it is. That's all, and to the highest order, compartmentalization. Like that happened. You can't control that anymore. You can't let that control your emotions and your focus on this game and the emotions and everything that you studied and everything that's in your head going into this game.
Yeah.
That's gone. This game's in front of me.
Right.
And he fucking lit it up.
And I'll say this. Where are you at with the touchdown celebration?
That was great.
That was great. Really going after him.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Are you in support of it or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Very controversial. That's why.
I get it. I get it. No, I have my own thoughts on the incident itself, but the touchdown celebration, no, totally cool with it. I know in a post-game interview, he said he and Waddle and some of the boys had something else planned. That was kind of spontaneous how they came up with that right after the incident. But good way to shake it off a little bit too, I guess. And to honestly call attention to the issue.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to say on that, or did you just?
Oh, yes. Yeah, you want me to kind of touch on the incident itself? Yeah. So to the officers that put him in a chokehold and kicked him for reckless driving and putting up his tinted window, you should be fired. I hope they're fired. I know their lawyer wants them reinstated, but I hope they're fired, and I hope that's not representative of the Miami-Dade County Police Department. I know the Dolphins, they put out a statement that, they're in strong support of law enforcement officers in that area, especially Miami-Dade County. I sincerely hope that those were just bad apples.
I mean,
I will say this. Unchecked authority is not authority worth respecting.
Correct. I agree with that.
That body cam footage, I assume you've seen it.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah. Multiple people put it out there. I saw Emmanuel Acho's tweet, and one of the an analyst for college football, I believe, and an NFL analyst. He put out some comments on himself, him being a pretty active social activist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that body cam footage. Not good. Could now I'll lead with this caveat as well. Could Tyreek have been a little bit more cooperative? Sure.
Right.
There's always such a thing as being able to be more cooperative.
Correct.
There is also such a thing as excessive force and, like I said, unchecked authority.
Correct.
You are pinning a guy to the ground and putting him in a chokehold for a traffic stop. Not to mention you did the same thing to the players that came to his aid, a la Calais Campbell.
Yeah.
Very aggressive, very unwarranted behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully behavior that will be eradicated very soon across all levels of law enforcement, not just in Miami-Dade County.
Correct. And and we talked about it. We got a mutual friend that's, a trooper, but I'm in support of law enforcement. But there's been a history. LAPD has not done well, Trevor, either. But my Miami-Dade has
we don't
had
need to go into the Rodney King stuff either. That's,
no. But the Miami-Dade, there's been issues in the past with what occurred with Tyreek. I'm just shocked, and I'm not meaning this in a everybody should be treated the same way. I'm just shocked that right outside the stadium, they're probably support the Dolphins that they're going to do that.
That's also a part of what's very, very strange and off-putting about it.
Yeah,
is they know who it is.
Mm-hmm.
They know who it is. And I'm not saying football players deserve special treatment.
Correct.
But it brings my mind, and I don't mean to compare the plight of Scotty Scheffler to the plight of Tyreek Hill in this situation, but it's similar to what happened kind of with Scheffler, just unwarranted police authority and just straight. Although that was a little bit more of a case of lying after the fact than like the physical and unadulterated abuse that Tyreek Hill received.
Correct.
And that's been the plight of African Americans for a long time. Right. And I'm all in support of ending that sort of behavior.
Yeah. No, it just scares
I'm in support of our officers as well. Respect your police officers. If you get pulled over, you were speeding, don't mouth off and expect to get off on the ticket.
Not good.
But also, be informed. Know your rights.
Correct. Yeah.
Stand up for your rights.
Yeah.
And if you're being abused, report it.
Right. No.
And if you're being abused, people are going to see it because there's body cam footage, right?
Correct.
You're allowed to film police officers.
Yes. Yeah.
You're allowed to do, as long as you're not actively interfering with an ongoing investigation or an incident, you are allowed to film police officers and what they're doing.
Correct.
They're in a public space. There's no reasonable expectation of privacy. Those laws apply to them as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it just scares me. A superstar gets treated like that. Like, what are they doing to, you know what I mean? Just a normal citizen. Not saying that he should be treated different, but it really puts your eye on it. It's like,
you're never gonna really fully eradicate that sort of behavior, but the more you monitor it and the more you bring attention to it, like even Tyreek Hill did with the touchdown celebration, and people that didn't know about the incident that just turned on the Dolphins game and saw Tyreek Hill doing that with Jalen Waddle behind him, they're like, oh, what's that all about? And then I didn't watch the game, but I imagine the announcers alluded to it as well. Brings awareness to the issue, and that issue, above a lot of other issues, needs a whole hell of a lot of awareness if that type of behavior is going to be eradicated.
Correct. But moving on here, very excited for this news as well. Kendrick Lamar is going to be doing the Super Bowl halftime show this year.
Yes, sir.
In New Orleans, Caesar Superdome on February 9th. Mark your calendars, 2025 on Fox. No, it's going to be good. It's going to be damn good. Any song you're wanting him to perform, Trevor?
I just want him to call Drake a certified pedophile.
There was
on the Super Bowl stage. That would be, I mean,
Yeah.
there's probably going to be some like guidelines that he's going to have to follow. Like you probably can't
Yeah.
throw a diss track out there.
Yeah.
Or, actively call somebody a pedophile on national television on the Super Bowl stage.
Right.
But I think Kendrick's big enough to where he can say, fuck it, and continue the pettiness that is the Drake-Kendrick rivalry.
And I guess there was, and I got to watch it more closely and listen to what he's saying, but I guess there was a little shit thrown in that halftime announcement when he's doing the thing with the thing. But I didn't listen closely enough to see what shade, but I guess there was shade thrown at Drake while he was doing that. So
yeah.
Check that out. If
Fair enough. But other than that, Humble gotta be on there,
He's one of the best. He's one of the best rappers,
absolutely.
producers of all time. So, but other news as well. Tom Brady makes his long-awaited debut in the broadcast booth for a terrible fucking game overall. I kind of went onto my phone. I usually watch closely, but this game sucked. The Cowboys against the Browns.
Side note on Kendrick. Sorry to interrupt you, but
no, you're good.
If he just goes out there and plays the whole damn album, I'll be stoked.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, so much scrutiny coming towards Tom Brady on his debut. Trevor, do you see anything wrong with that? I don't know if you watched the game or not. I watched it. I didn't see anything.
I watched it.
I mean, he was doing the old throwback John Madden with the drawing on the screen there, which I kind of enjoyed. Gave some insight, but what the fuck do you want? I don't want a Tony Romo that takes over and overanalyzes. Like, where's the fair medium for him, do you think?
Honestly, he just needs to be a little bit more confident in what he's saying, because people's biggest pet peeve with his broadcast debut was the stuttering and him just kind of being nervous, having some butterflies. Of course, the internet having a nice little field day with it. I saw a meme that says, what was it? Tom Brady hasn't stuttered this much since he told Giselle he's got one more year in him.
Oh.
That was a good one.
Oh,
that was a very good one. Yeah, very funny. It's the only reason I'm on Facebook anymore is for the sports memes and, well, I guess the Star Wars and Marvel content, but otherwise. He just needs to get a little more confident there. And I mean, with the restrictions that Fox put on him for trying to be part owner of the Raiders, like he can't go and visit the teams, he can't go into the facilities, he can't attend production meetings. That had to have thrown him off a little bit too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, people got to have that context too. Like, imagine just going on national television without a production meeting, without personal testimony from the players, without any, well, I imagine he's prepared, he's Tom fucking Brady, but without any sort of collaborative preparation with your broadcast partner as well. It's got to be tough. It's got to be, even though he knows the game better than anyone else, he's still got to figure out how to communicate that in a digestible form to idiots like me and you.
Correct. Right. I think that, and I'm sorry to the viewers out there and you, I forget who he was calling the game with.
Kevin Burkhardt.
I think he did a great job pulling him along. I do have to give him credit.
He did.
Because at times when there was silence, he went in there and tried to cover that up and tried to get Tom talking more. But no, well, hopefully I really could give a damn. I hate the guy, but hopefully he does better. I hope he has a more struggling career than he did as a quarterback. That's all.
I think that's
They took Greg Olsen a couple games. Tony Romo. I mean, fuck Terry.
But they're not Tom Brady. It's going to be a constant microscope under the guy.
Yeah, I mean Terry struggled when they started. The Sunday kickoff. He wasn't. But I think if he gets a personality and goofy, and we see what we saw at the roast of him, not swearing, Trevor, but he's more comfortable.
You can't drop as many F-bombs as he did and make the amount of sexual innuendo with Julian Edelman jokes.
Yeah.
You can't do that on the air, but
they should put Antonio Brown in. They should put Antonio Brown in the booth with him. I think that would help him.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, by the way, CT ESPN. I think I can say this.
Yeah.
He put up there in honor of the Steelers win, Cracker of the Week, Chris Boswell.
And to anybody out there that knows me, probably Trevor too, any Steeler fan really, the pain when I see shit that he posts,
I know
it hurts.
Some of it, yes, some of it's funny, but some of it's kind of offbeat.
No, but not like I don't take it personal, like when he says Cracker of the Week, all that. But it's like, Ben saying he's the greatest wide receiver he ever played with, and him smiling in that interview, and then all the great moments they had, and then now it's just shit. Like there's nothing. His legacy is shit. Yeah. All you're going to remember about him is running off the field shirtless. Like it's just it's just sad to me. But
and all the other off the field stuff that he did,
throwing the fucking mattress out the window,
caving in a truck driver's head. Not good.
But she didn't get any. That's a whole nother fucking kid.
The domestic stuff, not good. Not
good. Speaking of the old black and gold here, it was not. I've been messaged. Trevor, you probably have been messaged. I'm happy that I have Boswell in 3 of my fantasy leagues. I have him as my kicker. But 18 to 10 against the Falcons off the foot of Chris Boswell. Do you want to give your insight before? Because I'm going to be long-winded and a little heated.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Okay.
In case anyone needed a reminder of game record TJ Watt.
That's going to be part of it.
Yeah, go watch that game, please. Go watch. And it's fitting that it was the victory was capped off by a TJ Watt sack of Kirko Chains, as he's come to be known.
Yeah.
Which Kirko Chains did not have that good of a game either. I think he had 160 yards. Wasn't good against a tough, very very tough Steelers defense. What's his name? Dante Jackson and who's that other guy that his name escapes me.
No. The fuck it's not. No, it's some.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up as you're talking, then I'll kind of interject as I go along here. But that's how the Steelers are going to win football games. It's not going to be pretty. It's going to be like this sweater, very ugly.
Yeah.
Thankfully, this is the only sweater that I own. I'm thinking about wearing it every single week. Give the Steelers good luck. Am I going to wash it? You know the answer to that already. No.
No, I don't wash any of my jerseys.
How it smells. I don't care if I spill beer on it. I don't care if some nacho cheese gets on the logo. I got Tide, man. I got Tide. Right. I'm going to throw it in at the end of the season. Throw a couple Tide Pods in there. Done. Okay.
Yep.
That's how the Steelers are going to win football games.
Okay.
They executed what they could on the offense. Didn't make any back-breaking mistakes. Justin Fields got more comfortable as the game went on. Though I would like us to be a little less reliant on 50-plus yard field goals from Mr. Boswell. I know he can make them.
It was in a dome,
It wasn't a dome.
That's been thrown at me as well,
No, I know. It's fine. Hey,
it fucking drives me nuts, though.
We did 2 things that the rest of the AFC North did not do in week 1. Not score a touchdown and win.
Correct. Want to know, baby.
We're on top of the AFC North for now.
My insight, the comparisons to Pickett to Fields. I'm not sure where you're getting at. I was impressed by Fields. Pickens
had a decent game, 6 for 85.
I mean, what the fuck? We never threw it down the goddamn field like that. And then,
honestly, one more kind of commentary from me.
You're good.
Those referees were awful.
In both games.
Multiple holding calls on TJ that were missed, and the little rinky-dink George Pickens OPI that would have got us damn near the red zone and on the way to a touchdown drive. Not good.
Yeah. No, and then what the hell was it? I forget what play it was. It took him fucking 7 years or no. The issue with the and it happened in what game was it? Oh, shit, it was a 4:00 game. They're having issues with the goddamn downs. It happened in the Browns and the Cowboys game. The team thinks it's first down, or it is first down, but they're marking it as fourth down, and then you got this whole goddamn confusion.
Yeah, there was a nice little hullabaloo with. Yep, I remember.
I don't know why that's all of a sudden becoming. I mean, I understand the commentator in that game, and I forget. I think it wasn't Brady, the other guy. I forget his name again.
I can't remember. I honestly don't really pay attention to the commentary much. No,
you're good.
High profile guy.
but he's like they're all worked up over the kickoff rules. I'm like, that has nothing to fucking do with the guy doing the slide on the fucking sideline.
No, I know. Yeah.
Don't fucking, and then the offsides on TJ, that was bullshit.
Oh, yep. That was the other one. Yep.
And but I'm impressed by Field 17 for 23, 156 yards. Trevor, he has legs and he knows how to fucking use them. So
he was very opportunistic with that. Picked up multiple third downs with his legs and knew when to slide. Didn't get hit.
You and I said this to somebody. When was the last time the Steelers were in a QB draw or designed option? Just
a quarterback sneak. And I know they ran a botched one of those too, but
slash.
Yeah.
That was the last time.
Well, Pickett.
A little with Ben. Pickett, but he fucking slid and shit himself.
I know. Need I remind you that spin out of the pocket that he always did?
It was just refreshing to see the ball going down the field. So.
No, absolutely. We were taking shots. Even Muth got in on the action with that.
And there was one more thing, and I don't know if you touch on in your news. Shit, and I don't fucking.
I can expound on it.
49ers running back. What the hell was his name last night? I'm looking.
It's a good question. I don't remember either. Let me pull him up here. Oh, Deshaun Elliott was the other guy that got a pick for the Steelers on Sunday as well. Deshaun Elliott.
What the hell was his name?
Mason.
Yeah, what's his? I forget his first name.
Now I'm looking. Jordan Mason. Out of Georgia Tech.
Now I want to make something before we go on to your segment. This is what pisses me off about the media, and if we ever, and I'm not trying to put hot air up our asses, but whenever we may go bigger, do something, maybe get bigger guys on here, we will never be like the media. Last night when he was questioned at the end of the game, I don't know if you saw this. There was a big thing about he was told he was going to start on Friday.
Oh.
And he accidentally he felt that he was going to start, but he told the reporter, I forget her name, that he found out on Friday he was going to start. Then they come to the press conference with him, and Kyle Shanahan goes up first, and then he comes up. After Kyle's like, hey, I didn't tell him that he was going to be starting on Friday. He just found out today. And then he must have got bitched at or something. And he comes up to the mic after, and he's like, the guy asked him again, when did you find out you're going to start? He's like, see, and that's the question that's making me mad right now. He's like, next question. So they completely overshadowed this young man having a fucking standout performance just because of some stupid fucking
little detail. Yeah.
I just feel bad for the guy. So I don't feel too bad for him. 147 yards and a touchdown. He did pretty good. But his good night's getting overshadowed by him fucking up and letting out details. And the media just fucking happen to suck him like a goddamn mosquito. Bunch of fucking gnats. Anyways, that's all I had, Trevor.
There's
your little spice, people. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear you, brother. I hear you.
I hate that.
Yeah, again, not the best of quarterbacking games in that one either. Rodgers only had 167 yards, Purdy 231. Wasn't all that great. Although Lazard did have a good receiving game, 6 for 89 and 2 tuds.
I want to throw this out to you because, right, and I know we're moving on to your stuff, but
Yeah, of course.
how much do you see? Because the internet is attacking Purdy that he can't do much without CMC. Do you agree with that?
He can win.
He can win.
He can win.
I think he's.
What else do you need?
That's what I'm saying.
Just get a guy that can win. Like, I don't need Justin Fields to go off for 300 yards every week. I don't care if it looks pretty. Just win.
Right. Okay.
Justin Fields won. Brock Purdy won against arguably a tougher opponent.
Oh, that front line is fucking scary for the Jets. I'll tell you that. And then and also Sauce Gardner.
All levels of the defense, really.
Oh.
Yeah. Mostly in the middle. Yeah.
Well, that's all I had, though, Trevor, for
I
should. Yeah.
Cool. Building on the Steelers news, there are rumors going around that Fields is being groomed by Tomlin to start again this week. Any thoughts on that? Any opposition? Any counter argument, considering we are going to Denver? So Russell Wilson revenge game, potentially. There's that angle. And, who's going to be taking over permanent QB duties if Justin Fields balls out again? I shouldn't say balls out. He didn't really ball out. But if he wins and improves again.
And just to throw my two other things too, Ben has a podcast now, Big Ben. He throws
very, very good.
All you need, he goes, all you need is him to manage a game. That's all you fucking need at the quarterback position.
Oh, yeah.
If you can manage the game, doesn't matter. But anyways,
manage a game and don't turn the ball over. Fields came close a couple times. He came close, but to my recollection, I don't believe he turned the ball over.
No. But I have to say,
recovered all of those drop snaps.
He did. that first drive, Trevor. Oh, buddy.
No, I know.
On the screen. Fucking this close to it. But anyways, is Tomlin going to use this as a ploy to fuck up game plans? That's my question. Is Russell going to be starting on Sunday? But we think Fields is. And is this going to be a toss-up every week now, which I don't like?
Well, I'm kind of jumping the gun on one of my all-in raise checker fold things here, but no, that's fine. It fits. It fits. There's the adage: if you got two quarterbacks, you got zero. You need a consistent voice at the top of that lineup, and in what would have been Russell Wilson's captain spot.
Yeah.
It's kind of ironic now that for the second week in a row, our elected captain on the offensive side of the ball might not be starting.
Yeah.
But with the Steelers quarterback situation over the last several seasons, we're not spoiled anymore. We need game managers. We need guys that aren't going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
Justin Fields, he had some off throws.
Serviceable.
Yeah, serviceable. That's all you need. That's especially with that defense.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
I think he starts the Field starts again though. But Alex, for your question there, how did the NFL I think just trying to push the NFL, Trevor, worldwide?
just expanding globally. Yeah. I don't know why Brazil was a destination of choice. Maybe because the Olympics were there recently. I don't know.
I don't
kind
like
of a hot spot for international sports, but
that the players hate it. I hate it, and organizations aren't fans of it. So
I'm not a huge fan of it. But
I mean, I
don't know.
Whatever. But sorry, keep going.
No, all good. Just have one other piece of news here. Then I feel it is necessary to give the people what they want, knowing that I am an Irish fan. State of the Irish address. I will do that after I cover this little bit about NIL and some further lawsuits going on with some ex-Michigan players. So 4 ex-Michigan players, including, you might remember, Denard Robinson and receiver Braylon Edwards. They are filing a class action suit against the NCAA and Big Ten, seeking more than $50 million in damages related to exploitation of name, image, and likeness without payment. The NCAA has not commented on the issue so far, but the lawsuit is on behalf of 4 players who played prior to 2016, which is separate from those antitrust lawsuits that I brought up a while back. That goes from 2016 onward, when the statute of limitations extended back to 2016 in the original House versus NCAA suit in 2020. You follow so far?
Yeah.
Separate suit from the antitrust stuff because of the statute of limitations.
Yep.
Long story short,
I got the equations in my head. I got you.
Yeah. You got the what's his name? Alan from The Hangover.
It's happening right now.
Yeah. Got you.
Getting the chills a little bit.
Yeah. So the plaintiff's attorney, Jim Acho, said the following in a comment: the NCAA knew for decades that preventing players from monetizing the one thing of value that they have, their name, was wrong and unlawful. Today, they recognize that players should have that right. But what about all the past players who were unlawfully denied that right, i.e. those outside of the class action suit or the class action antitrust suit that was recently settled? The money made off of those players' backs was in the hundreds of millions. The players never saw a dime. And we are here to right that wrong for the likes of Denard Robinson, Braylon Edwards, and also former defensive end and linebackers Mike Martin and Sean Crable from the University of Michigan. Those are the other 2 guys involved in the suit.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of damages NCAA is doling out. $2.7 billion in that neighborhood in the antitrust suits, and now these plaintiffs looking for $50 million.
Did Manziel get fucking paid yet?
I don't believe so.
So let's just, no offense to these guys, Trevor, and I want everybody to get their piece of the pie, but I mean, the guy that literally, for 3-4 years, put that to another level. Like, you had people that had no idea what the fuck football was, but they saw Gianni Manziel doing the money. That guy, I don't know, so much money made off of him, and so maybe these guys
he made money elsewhere anyway, outside of NCAA sanctioned activities.
Yeah.
I mean, there's literally a video out there of him. I can't hear you. I have so much fucking money in my ears.
Right.
So
I'm happy that
he's just holding stacks that fucking big.
Well, it goes back to, they were too early to this. They I don't think NCAA really looked down at the NIT, how much damage it would have done. It could have done, and it did.
Yes.
Now you got these players that now every clip, anything they use, if they're shown it or portrayed in anything, Trevor, they're wanting their money. I think it's just going to be an unending battle. Like these guys right here coming from Michigan. Next month, it's going to be fucking some guy from Texas Tech, or you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I think they should just start. Well, let's see now. This wouldn't work out. I'm going to see your feelings on this. Like, see, that wouldn't work though. Like a players' association, like how we have for the NFL.
For collegiate athletes.
Yeah, I guess if they were used in some,
I say that might be more of a possibility in the Big Ten SEC conglomerate that's kind of making a run at taking things over from the NCAA.
Yeah.
That's more of a possibility with them than it is with the NCAA. The NCAA has long been archaic in its way of doing things. And it took them this fucking long to, throw in the NIL and the transfer portal and everything like that.
Yeah.
Really not being very beneficial to the athletes themselves. That was an issue for a long, long time, and an issue that I was honestly on the other side of for a long, long time until I got to college myself. And I saw that some of these athletes who were electrifying crowds, literally drawing in 100,000 people into a stadium, not making a dime other than, a full ride and a scholarship.
Right.
So athletics is temporary, and if you have a high degree of success at a very high level, you deserve to get compensated for that. You're drawing attention to the university. You're drawing attention to the programs that you're a part of. and you're drawing attention to your own personal brand that is being built up, and as a result, you need to build some equity. You need to be compensated for that.
Now, I don't know for sure, and I believe that's how it was. And I don't want to say I heard the ways these smaller schools. I think you know who I'm alluding to. Someplace I went to. The way they got around it was
honest. Yep.
Through ticket sales, that they would get a stipend percentage of that. I don't know if that's everywhere, but no, there needs to be a better system here, because and we talked about it last year. It's going to be a fucking shit show, and we're seeing it.
Oh yeah, no, that's why I keep bringing it up. It's just snowball.
Yeah,
it's a snowball now. People are wanting their money.
Yeah.
For their name, image, and likeness. I mean, we saw it not too long ago. I forget what school it was, but for using name, image, and likeness in the March Madness hype packages.
Yeah.
So,
just real quick, Trevor, this question down here.
Yeah.
Do you think the overtime rule for regular season should be changed to playoff rules? Both teams at least possess the ball one time.
I tell you, if you do that, put the overtime back to 15 minutes, and you got a winning formula for an overtime rules.
I like that idea a lot.
Yeah, put it back to 15 minutes, play a full quarter like you do in the playoffs.
That's exciting.
Well, not don't play the full. I mean, same rules as playoffs. Both teams get the ball at least one time.
Right.
One team goes down, kicks a field goal. The other team comes back, scores a touchdown. Yeah, game's done.
Yeah, game done. Right.
But yeah, extend that to 15 minutes. Get that set of rules in there. I'm all for that.
I agree with you.
I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Should have been done a long time ago. And quite frankly, I think they should go to the college rules. You start at the 25. You start scoring left and right.
Yep.
You start going for 2-pointers after a certain overtime series.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot quicker and it's a lot more decisive.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that. But I'm sorry, I keep fucking interrupting your.
Knowing the NFL, they would not make that leap. They would make the leap of changing, applying the playoff rules, like Wilbur's saying, to the regular season, and then just pushing it out back to 15 minutes. Okay. Which I don't know why it was ever pushed back to 10, because then you had a couple ties every year, and we don't want that.
Jump people fucking nuts.
We don't want that. This ain't football. This is American football.
Correct. Yeah. Sorry, I keep interrupting you. Fucking talking.
All good. All is well. All is well. A place where not all is well, though. Thank you, Wilbur. I appreciate the vote of confidence on that one. Where things are not well is in this place. Yes, it is time. I don't plan on giving these too often. Hopefully, this is the only time I have to do it this season, but I feel it necessary with my actions and with some of the things that I said and did after Saturday's loss to Northern Illinois. I feel it is necessary to give a State of the Irish address. The state of the Irish is shit right now. Coming off the emotional high of beating Texas A&M at the 12th man, and then coming back home, a Marcus Freeman special. He's done it 3 or 4 times at this point. 4 touchdown favorite against an unranked Notre Dame's not in the conference, but an unranked non-Power 4 opponent. Losing by the score of 16-14. And quite frankly, the Irish bought their own hype. And when you buy your own hype, you can't sell it for pennies on the dollar.
No.
When you buy your own hype, shit like what went down on Saturday, an absolutely inept offensive performance, by the likes of Riley Leonard. Love is to blame as well. The receivers couldn't get open for shit. I don't know where the hell Mitchell Evans was. He was playing, but he didn't do too much.
Yeah.
With the absolute ineptitude on that offensive side of the ball, I'm not buying what the Irish are selling at this point with Riley Leonard at QB. They got exposed.
Mm-hmm.
There's no two ways about it. They got exposed because, one, they believe their own hype.
Mm-hmm.
And two, our offense played into the weaknesses of our offense, which is to say, why are you pushing the ball down the field 30 yards when you're trying to seal the game and escape with a 14-13 lead? I understand you're not rushing the ball terribly well, but that's Notre Dame's MO, right? That's Notre Dame's MO.
Yeah.
You line up in the eye, 2 tight ends, you hand the ball off, and you let the big boys get deep into the secondary and flatten some dudes.
Fucking eat. Yeah.
Let them eat. And I know they're young.
Yeah.
They're talented, but they're young.
Oh, yes.
So maybe I get. But my friend, our OC came from LSU. This ain't LSU. This is Notre Dame.
Right.
This is Notre Dame. And as much as Riley Leonard's poor downfield throwing ability and the offensive coordinator's play calling is to blame for this, this goes back to one man and one man only. I'm a fan of this man. I was a fan of him from the moment he got hired after Brian Kelly left. Marcus Freeman. He has made an unfortunate habit of disappointing losses at home against unranked opponents. He did it in the home opener in 22 against Marshall, did it later that same year against Stanford, and now did it with Northern Illinois.
Yeah.
I told you on last week's show I was looking for a stress-free Saturday. I got quite the opposite.
Yeah.
And in and amongst that stress,
Yeah.
I need a new laptop.
Yeah.
Chairs were flipped, hats were thrown. I cursed out Marcus Freeman just a week after complimenting him. And just a week after praising the Irish.
Yep.
The highest of highs and the lowest of lows.
Saturday
was the lowest of lows.
I think the icing. Watch the game. I'm sitting in there and I'm like, oh, you get on. And I said to everybody, hey, maybe let them alone here. Okay. The Notre Dame, don't bring up Notre Dame. And what if we're not going to name them?
No, we're not. Nope. We're not getting into that.
Yeah.
We're not getting into that.
But I felt bad because
do not feel bad for things that are out of your control, DB.
Correct. Yeah. No, you're just a passionate fan. Like
I am. Yeah. And honestly, the performance of Notre Dame, the performance of Penn State, out of my control. But how much passion, how much emotion I show as a fan, I feel it is my responsibility. It is my duty.
Yes.
To show the amount of motion and interest that I show.
Yeah.
And sometimes that gets a little over the top, especially, you've had a couple of these and I had a couple of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
That played into it.
Penn State, though, just
not talking about them.
No.
Let me finish.
Oh,
let me finish.
Oh, you're still on the statement.
Yep,
Sorry.
Yep. Let me finish this real quick. The passion that I feel for this team, unmatched in college football, even to Penn State. I love Penn State.
Yeah.
Went to Penn State and very, very grateful for the education and degree that I was able to obtain from that institution. One of the best in the country and in the world. But the passion I feel for this football team, unmatched by any other Notre Dame fan. And I know this might be coming in the comments. Rudy was not fucking offside.
Correct.
Just like TJ Watt wasn't offside.
Correct.
The last time this did happen, though,
Hmm.
I don't believe Notre Dame lost a game for the rest of the season until the bowl game.
Okay.
From those ashes, Notre Dame, our mother, will rise again. We are going to figure it the fuck out.
Yes.
We are going to work harder than we ever have before to get better and to make sure something like this does not happen again. So help Marcus Freeman's occupation.
Correct.
When I went to the Stanford game 2 years ago and they lost, I went to the grotto down there, which they have some statues down there, a bunch of candles. It's basically like a little praying structure underneath some rock formations. It's very, very peaceful down there. I prayed for Marcus Freeman's job. And I say this as a devout Christian. Prayer can only do so much. The course correction that's required at Notre Dame takes action. Takes a lot of it. It takes decisive and quick action to realize who we are, what we're about, and how to win games. I've said it before. I will say it many, many times in perpetuity until this ticker stops ticking. It don't got to be pretty. Just win. Notre Dame has the opportunity to do that in front of them. They don't have that difficult a schedule as they did last year. They don't have 4 straight primetime games that are going to absolutely wreck their energy. They have a good schedule in front of them, a couple of tough opponents that could definitely be resume boosters, and an opportunity to get into the playoff and make some noise. Don't fucking squander it.
Correct. Correct.
And with that, cheer, cheer for old Notre Dame. Light up the echoes, cheering her name. Go Irish.
What a moment. Very good. It's very good. What a state of the address. Fucking killed it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any recommendations, whether in the comments or from yourself, for a new laptop, DB, would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah. I mean, I've broken things over video games, so.
Oh, I had a friend accidentally bounce a PlayStation controller into his TV. His fiance was not very pleased.
Ooh. Yeah. Bowls, cups, mugs, headsets, things of that nature.
I will say this was probably one of my better rages of all time, really. Probably since the Jesse James play had I felt something like that. That was anger. That was frustration on a whole new level. And like I said, not because it's a one-off thing. It is starting to become a repetitive thing where this team buys into their own hype. And it's not good. It's not good.
And I think, too, a negative constant. But I think it's sometimes good to lose your shit. Just let it out.
No, I'm not ashamed.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed of what I did.
Yeah.
If
you
I
didn't hurt anybody.
I didn't hurt anybody. I hurt my technology. And I kind of felt like I broke a finger almost doing that, but because when I smashed the computer, my index finger came down on the coffee table too.
Oh, we're talking.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought.
Hold on. No. I like steel chair to the back. Bang. Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Not
shit.
Not fun to deal with the aftermath of that. I raged for about 5 minutes, called a couple people raging about it. And then I didn't watch college football the rest of the night. Proceeded to watch a sad movie and almost drank myself to sleep. Couldn't fully do that with the Steelers game being at 1:00 the next day, but about as close as you can to drinking yourself to sleep. I did. I had water. I had a Gatorade before I went to bed. So yeah, that's I was fine. Yeah, yep. Wasn't hungover the next morning. I was fine. Yep. Slept till about 10. Normal for a Sunday for me.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, I'm over it.
Yeah.
Onward, forward.
New week. Yep.
New week.
Yep.
Can't do anything about the past. What's in control is what is in front of you.
Correct.
What's in Notre Dame's control is what's in front of them.
Yep.
Also, we did mention Penn State. Looked a little sluggish against Bowling Green. The MAC did show out this week, though. They really did well.
I lost my shit over the Penn State game. So
I know. The defense really, really struggled. Offense took a little bit to get going as well. Kind of got out of our element. A lot less explosive plays in comparison to the first game. But found a way to win.
They did win.
Found a way to win, unlike my Irish over there.
Yeah. But Josh, love the energy as always. God damn it, I love you.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, Trevor. Yeah. Whatever. What do we have next here? That was a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A breath and an old swig of an icy light. That's what was next.
Okay.
Just bought that today. They still have the Bednar cans that I showed you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were nice. Got it right after I got my haircut, which I go to a Great Clips that's right by a beer distributor, so it's
well, that's convenient as hell.
Oh yeah, right by a Whole Foods. I had to stop in, grab some fruit and some cheese slices too. It's easy. Nice little plaza in there, and there's a nice little ice cream spot too. I stop at during the summer on occasion. So very good.
Just very good stuff. Before we move on,
sure.
Like that right there. I don't know if you've ever seen Old School.
Oh yeah, yep.
That part with Will Ferrell, where the kids are like, "Hey, you want to do a beer chug?" He's like, "Hey, I got a lot going on tomorrow. Me and my wife are going to Home Depot. I just don't know if we're gonna have enough
picking
time
out some siding." Yeah,
it's like
I forget exactly what he said, but I know what you're talking. Yeah,
We're going to Home Depot. We're going to Bed Bath and Beyond, and then she wants to go to Best Buy. I just don't think we're gonna have enough time. And it's just like, I get that now. I get it.
Will Ferrell, credit to him. He can play the whitest white dude on the face of the planet. So
it's fucking commercial.
That's good for him.
For fucking PayPal. Fucking, oh, God. If you haven't seen the PayPal commercial, look it up on YouTube. Fuck.
Yeah, it's very good. But anyway, moving on to hopefully bringing up the spirits a little bit with what's more likely.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's get it going here.
It's got a few clicks to do. There we go.
Okay.
You got her going, brother. Good job. You got it. Yeah, you got it down now. Yeah, you got it down. Click.
System.
Click.
It's helping with the fading out because that gives me time to.
Yeah. And it creates this illusion of continuity.
Yes.
Very good. It's very good.
Yeah.
But anyway, a couple teams that won their games in week 1. The Buccaneers and the Bears are big road favorites this week against the Lions and Texans, respectively. Between those two, who's more likely to pull off the road upset?
I'm going Bucs.
Bucs?
Mm-hmm.
Both are at +7 somehow.
Oh.
Think the Bears should be a little bit more of a dog? And that line's from ESPN Bet for reference.
I think the Bears should be a little better, but yeah, Bucs all the way though.
They might be a little more polished.
Yeah.
Bucs to beat the Lions, huh?
Oh fuck no! Shit. Sorry, Trevor.
Yeah. So it's Bucs at Lions, Bears at Texans. That's what it is.
Oh fuck! I'm going Bears instead. No.
Okay.
Lions are 2. No.
Too good, huh?
No, they're secondary now. If you didn't watch Sunday night,
Oh, I know. They're very good. Very
Fuck.
good. Tough to compete with.
and that's
I
what they
mean-
were missing. And they
Oh,
finally figured it out.
exactly. Yep. They had a decent defensive front. Linebackers could use some improvement still, but their secondary much improved.
Yeah.
Really, I'll say Bucks. I think they'll give the Lions a little bit more competitive a game, especially the Lions coming off the emotional high of beating, their old quarterback.
Yep.
At home again, by the way.
Yeah.
After that, I think it was the divisional playoff last year. So a lot of emotions coming off of that, coming from an emotional high, coming back to the median there, and I'll take the Bucks to cover that. Honestly, I don't know if they'll win, but that'll be a close game.
Okay.
That'll be a very close game. I think the Bucks can sustain. They can kind of do a little bit of the run and pass. They're not really one dimensional. Although Baker, when he needs to, he can sling it for 275 plus. So, yeah, I'll take the Bucks there. Who's the more likely fantasy wideout to sustain their boom performance from week 1?
Yeah.
Xavier Worthy,
Mm-hmm.
Alan Lazard, or Jameson Williams?
I like Worthy.
Like Worthy?
Really like Worthy, and I think
Just the natural creativity and where he fits in that offense.
When they ran that end around, I'm like, that's the fucking play that I expected them to do. This is the guy that you run that kind of play with.
Oh, yeah. No,
he's just so fucking quick with the slicing up the. Oh, god damn. Yeah.
4.21 speed, brother.
He showed it.
1 speed.
He fucking.
Boswell has
Good to see you,
yes,
Doug.
he does. Yes, he does. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Doug.
He uses it as a club. He just. Like a fucking golf swing, he just puts it in.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't even use his actual kicking foot. That's just his, that's the tripod at work right there. I'll say Jameson Williams, though. Weirdly, because I think Buccaneers, they still have somewhat of an experienced secondary. I think they could be, they could cover Amon-Ra decently well. Jameson Williams could get some of those secondary wide receiver targets. To me, it's just more plausible. We'll see more consistency for Jameson Williams than we'll see Xavier Worthy. I still see Worthy as more of a boom bust option, but he could if he goes off again. I mean, we're talking rookie of the year already.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
No, but I'll say Jameson Williams for that.
Okay.
So a new kind of bet that I saw in FanDuel literally right before the show, as I was prepping for it, like I always do. I'm a natural procrastinator. FanDuel Futures Fusion. That's what it's called. Futures Fusion.
Okay.
It's just kind of like a combination of futures scenarios. It's like a parlay for futures, essentially.
Sexy.
And oh yeah, no, I kind of like it. And they combine different aspects of futures and throw it in a parlay and say, here, bet on this. More likely futures fusion bet to come true here. The Bears and Commanders combined for 20 plus regular season wins, or the Jets win the AFC East and the Steelers make the playoffs. That initial one, the Bears Commanders 20 plus, is at plus 900 on FanDuel, and the latter is plus 940.
Both are sexy.
They're absolutely attractive, especially with the way Jane Daniels performed as well. He was, I mean, you want to talk about a guy that had a nice debut. Yeah, he did
180.
Yeah.
What do you have? 184.
He had some rushing yards in there too.
Yeah.
Responsible for a couple touchdowns. He did good.
I have to go with the latter. Yeah.
I was kind of in agreement with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Selfishly.
Oh no, absolutely.
But that first one's very interesting though. Yeah.
And for reference, Daniels had 184 yards, 88 rushing yards, and 2 touchdowns on the ground. So his fantasy stock was boosted a little bit. Hell, I might even start him in one of my lineups this week.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not even kidding you. I think who do the Commanders got here? They got the Giants. So yes,
I would put them in now.
I'm thinking about it. I'm
Yep.
really thinking about it. Gotta have it. Gotta have them.
Yeah.
No, I'll say the latter as well. Jets to win the AFC East, even
Yeah.
after that clobbering from San Francisco. They still have to find their form with Rodgers in regular season. 100% speed play.
Yep.
So,
I'm not worried
I'll say that's more likely. And then, of course, Steelers. I don't have them making the playoffs, and the picks that we did, but
I have to say this though, Trevor.
sure.
And people have thrown their opinion out to him. He might be a fucking weirdo, but I never count out Aaron Rodgers when he's on the field. Never.
No.
Never have. He's an assassin.
Oh yes. No. Absolutely. Absolutely. I
No.
said, he just has to find his chemistry with the boys. So.
I don't know what cave he's going into, but God damn it, he has wisdom.
He does. He does. Good for the California native.
Yeah.
Transitioning to the college football side of betting, a couple of long shots to make the college football playoff, and two teams seemingly on different trajectories. I'm talking about Michigan, who got absolutely walloped in the Big House by Texas. Texas football is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Quinn Ewers and Sarkisian. I don't do this very often, but up.
Yeah, I'm fucking with him.
Up. I'm a McConaughey guy, so yeah. I'm not a thank God McConaughey is not a Roll Tide guy. If he was a Roll Tide guy, I'd respect him a lot less. But since he is, hook 'em horns guy, I'm a McConaughey guy, and I'm a believer in this Texas football team. But going off of that, Michigan on a different trajectory than the other team I wanted to bring up, and that's Nebraska. Who has that Patty Mahomes lookalike, but apparently was inspired by Tim Tebow quarterback going for him. I forget his name, but I know he looks like Patrick Mahomes and kind of behaves like Patrick Mahomes. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, man. Looks pretty good. He
even fucking does this shit, man.
Oh, I know he does that. I know. That's fantastic. Yeah, it's great. It is absolutely great. Who's more likely to make the college football playoff between those two? Michigan and Nebraska.
They're not able to have their little sign stealer, so I'm going Nebraska. Their quarterback.
I like it.
I watched it. I watched that sign signal, dude, or the steel. The sign stealer.
The Stallions. Yeah.
Watch it. He was at that fucking game. Okay, I forget what game it was that they show him on the sideline. He was there. Okay, there's a lot of
Central Michigan. I think it was. Yeah,
he was there.
He admitted he was there. Well, but
Portnoy in there. He's
Portnoy said.
He told me he was fucking there. He was there. Look at them.
Rayola. That's that Nebraska quarterback's name.
He's good, man.
Oh, he's fantastic. 423 yards and 3 touchdowns so far in Nebraska's 2-0 campaign.
Shit.
And that 2-0 campaign, not against the strongest of opponents, kicking the crap out of UTEP and Colorado.
Yeah.
But
I believe in him more. I loved they played Shadur, right? Shadur. They played his freestyle or whatever rap song in their locker room after they beat him. I'm like, all right, I can roll with these motherfuckers. That's some shit right there.
I heard somewhere that Dion was trying to get that to be played instead of like the Colorado band playing the fight song after Shadur throws a touchdown. And
he leaves the game early, Trevor. What a fucking loser.
Yeah. He was hurt.
Probably had to take a shit.
Maybe. A la Paul Pierce.
My tummy hurts. I'm getting my ass filled.
My tummy hurts.
No. And don't worry, son. I have a snack pack in there for you. Fucking. I don't like it, but that's fine. I'm going to leave it at that because
I'll say Nebraska as well.
Look good, man.
Nebraska. They do. They don't have the strongest of schedules per se. I mean, they play Wisconsin. Iowa could be a good opponent for them.
Oh,
They do play Ohio State and USC. Okay.
they got a pretty
if they have some impressive showings against those two teams,
Mhm.
watch out.
Yeah.
Matt Rule rebuilt another program.
Correct.
Speaking of the Colorado Buffaloes, I looked up over/under win totals for them,
Mhm.
and as it stands, live on FanDuel, it is at 4.5.
Hmm.
You want to know what it is for Florida and Napier and the boys? 4.5.
Whoa.
Their schedule is absolutely brutal. If you'll indulge me for 1 second while I pull up Florida's schedule, and I mean, I guess Colorado's, it's kind of, it's a Big 12 schedule. It's not, nothing in comparison to an SEC schedule that the Florida Gators are going to have to encounter here. Let me pull them up. Give me 1 moment, ladies and gentlemen, as I fill some airtime. Florida. Here we go. But they play Texas A&M this week. Then, of course, they play the likes of Tennessee, Georgia, Texas, LSU, and Ole Miss down the stretch.
Mm.
Who's more likely to go under that 4.5 win total? Colorado or Florida?
I just believe in Florida more. I don't believe in Deion.
Yeah. I believe in Deion, the athlete, and Deion, the person, not Deion, the coach.
Not the coach, yes. Yeah. That's why I'm going to go Florida. And it's no offense to him.
Fair enough.
The way he went about things, Trevor's kind of bite him in the ass. So it's kind of nice to see.
So you're taking Florida to go over that 4.5.
Yeah, they'll get 5 or 6.
So Colorado more likely to go under. 4.
Give them 4.
Well, actually, let me since I'm kind of in it already, let me see what the Colorado Buffaloes are up to with their schedule. If I can pull it up here, they play Colorado State this week, and then down the stretch, Kansas State, Arizona, Utah, Oklahoma State. I don't know where they sneak in 5 wins. I don't think they play Texas Tech. I don't think they beat them either. They play Kansas. I don't think they beat them either.
No. I think he goes into the games thinking the talent's going to overrule.
Yeah.
I don't think he has a very good game.
And don't get me wrong, Shadur and Travis Hunter.
Oh, very good.
And honestly, NFL-ready prospects.
Oh, I agree. I just don't think the
rest of the team and the offensive line and the front 7 on the defense, not good.
Yeah,
it's just not good.
Team, not 2.
Yeah,
need 11 on each side.
Yeah, you do. That you do. That being said, I'm going to kind of go middle of the road in terms of my expectations for Colorado. I thought they were going to do really well at the start of the season. Now I don't have high hopes. I'll say Florida's more likely to go under with how tough a schedule that they have, because I don't see them beating any of the Tennessees, the Georgias, the Ole Miss. They're not going to win any of those games.
No.
So, yeah.
Not what they're at now.
No, absolutely. I don't know how much you pay attention to football outside of the Power 4 conferences. Well, technically still Power 5. There's a 2-team Pac-12 that is, by the way, undefeated so far. Wazoo and Oregon State, 2-0, both of them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them. But who's the more likely non-Power 4 team to not win their conference? Tulane, who's at plus 270 to win the American Athletic, and I know these guys are very close to your hearts, Miami of Ohio at plus 290 to win the MAC. Who's more likely to not win their conference?
I got to go with Tulane.
Ooh. I'm going to say Miami of Ohio, though.
Yeah.
I like it. Sorry to say that. No, I know. I know you love the Red Hawks.
If I had more time,
for obvious reasons, but yes.
If I had more time and Madden didn't come out in 2K, I would have tried to build up Miami, Ohio.
Sure.
I like them.
I know you do. I know. So do I. But I'm a I'm gonna take Miami is more likely to not. But you say two.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's totally fine. So we know we're kind of delving into a different aspect of our lives outside of sports here. We always like to throw in, those like oddball everyday type questions. I'm going into some entertainment here. Of course, I talked a little bit about the passing of James Earl Jones earlier, but one guy that is very near and dear to our hearts that is very much still active, still making movies, still making comedy specials. SNL and New York legend. I'm talking the Sandman, Mr. Adam Sandler. Oh, he's a beloved figure among most white American men.
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore 2 is in production, boys.
Yeah.
There's rumors floating around that there might be a Billy Madison sequel.
Yes.
Now, if that Billy Madison sequel gets made, what's more likely between those two to be the better long-awaited sequel? Happy Gilmore or Billy Madison?
Happy, I'd say Happy, but there's a caveat, and I might piss off viewers and you as well.
Please.
My favorite is Big Daddy. That is my favorite all time.
That is the one that my dad and I quote the most.
The comedy mixed in with the drama. I love it. Scuba Steve, but I'd say Happy Gilmore.
No, yeah. Him insulting that old dude, Sid.
Fucking Colonel Sanders.
Yeah. He has a 5-year plan. What is it? Don't die? It's great.
She's banging.
What happened to Sid's 5-year plan? He's cooking at Hooters. It's great. It's great. Yeah. But Happy. You're saying Happy.
I think it's a better... I think Billy Madison. I
think it's easier to manage too. It's easier to pull off, and they got a star-studded cast. And I figured out, mega star in the rap game and hip hop game, Bad Bunny will be featured in that film.
Yeah. Kelsey's in Happy as well.
Oh yes. That'll be great.
I think Tiger Woods is
Tiger Woods. Zalatoris, I believe, is the caddy.
Yep.
Which is ironic because the original caddy in the original movie, they made comparisons to how he looks to Zalatoris. Yeah. So that's just poetry in motion. But yeah, Happy. It kind of makes sense. It kind of. I just wonder what celebrities are going to beat up this time.
Drew Carey. That would be a cool.
Ooh,
that would be a cool.
Just stick with the Price is Right hosts.
Shit. I'm trying to think of. This is a curveball.
Go for
it. Steve Harvey. Let's throw him in there. Wouldn't that be a fucking curveball a little bit?
Oh my God.
Family Feud.
Yeah, Family Feud. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Top 7 answers on the board. Whack, 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 whack 7 times.
And he just smiles because he got the
nice got the and he overgrows. He overgrows the mustache, and it's all the way down to like here.
It looked good.
That'd be great. That'd be fantastic.
Just to see him in that. Yeah. No, he's
Happy Madison Studios. If you're listening, make it happen.
I knew you were going to have every week you have a question that gets me.
Oh yeah. I try to tug on the heartstrings a little bit,
And I have to say this too.
By all means.
He's got a lot of shit for maybe not the best films in the past. Like they think he died out after.
There's some duds, don't get me wrong.
I mean,
the Ridiculous Six, the Cobbler. There's others, but
Sandy Wexler, that one was a little.
That one's kind of weird. Uncut Gems is kind of divisive. I liked it. Some people did not.
They didn't like that. I don't think they're used to him being in that.
The serious, the dramatic type.
Yeah. I thought it was good.
But then he threw Hustle in their face and said, "Boom!
Look at me." Yeah. I still got it, motherfucker. That was still one of the best.
Might be a controversial opinion. That is my favorite Adam Sandler film, Hustle.
Oh, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Okay.
No.
Well, because most people say, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, the old comedies, Big Daddy, like you said,
You know,
50 First Dates.
Yeah.
I know Travis Kelce's, I think, is Little Nicky. He likes
Nicky.
Little Nicky.
Yeah.
I was not a huge fan of Little Nicky. I can't even do the impression.
It's
weird. It's out there.
And I don't want to say it too loud, but his new
Sure.
comedy, I don't know if anybody's seen it or if you've seen it, Trevor, Love You or something. I forget what else is to it. I think the title's Love You, but there's more to it, but it's on Netflix.
I forget.
It's a different kind of stand-up special. Like it's kind of like a movie, but it's not like a Kevin Hart stand-up. Like there's more back.
Yeah. Are you talking
story.
like he did 100% Fresh?
Something like that. Yeah, like he comes to the arena, there's a whole bunch of shit going on, then he does stand up, and then there's more shit going on after it. But I love him. Some people don't like his comedy because they think it's stupid, but he's a genius, dude.
Yeah.
Just like there's no other guy that can fucking do. There's no other guy that can do that and fucking draw people. Like I don't know.
What I love about him the most, he doesn't like act like a normal celebrity. He still wears those long ass shorts, baggy shirts, doesn't dress in like a button down suit or anything like that. I don't think I've ever seen him wear a suit other than maybe in a film.
And he's walking around New York City, which if people don't know, not the safest.
He's just like wears a hoodie and he's licking an ice cream cone as he's walking down the street. It's just
he'll sign autographs and interact with fans. Yeah. He's not a dick. You never hear him being an asshole. No. That kind of makes me love him even more. So.
Maybe a little bit of a womanizer back in the day, but that's
loved Drew Barrymore and Jennifer Aniston. He loved it.
That's so. That is true. And that Vicky Valancourt.
Yeah, Vicky.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, who is the name escapes me because we're on the podcast and I can't think. Veronica Vaughn.
Veronica. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I know from experience. No, you don't.
And we talked about it last night. If Farley didn't die, God.
Oh dear Christ. Oh, God rest his soul.
And some people don't like his either. And I'm like, this guy was a fucking genius.
Oh yes.
Shit.
That guy in a little coat. Oh.
Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yes.
I think it's fucking stupid. I love it.
It's hilarious. I still do the David Spade, the housekeeping.
Yeah.
Housekeeping.
Oh, jeez.
Leave me alone. It's good stuff.
Good stuff, Trevor.
Anyway, I figured we've gone on for about 8 minutes with the Sandman.
Good, no,
that's all right. That's all right. Let's get Alden Ray's check or fold in here. Then we'll transition to debate time and round it out right after that.
Hell yeah, let's do it. God damn it. There we go.
I love those fucking dogs.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
It's good.
The one off to the right kind of amuses me the most.
When you said that, I don't know if it was in an episode or off, and you're like, you got to get the dogs playing poker. I'm like, I can see it now.
It's like that. It's like that singing fish on the wall.
Yeah,
you got to have it, right?
You got to.
Have it. Anyway, you notice I didn't really touch on any WWE in my What's More Likely because I'm touching on it twice within the All In Raise Check or Fold segment and diving right in to a guy that's looking to be a megastar in this industry, our current Intercontinental Champion, Mr. Braun Breaker, otherwise known as the son of famed Rick Steiner, nephew of Scott Steiner.
Yeah. Big Papa,
baby. Big Papa Pump, the big bad booty daddy.
Yeah.
You got 148 and 2/3 chance of kicking your ass. Whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
Where's your head on this? Braun Breaker's gonna have a better singles career than his tag team father and uncle ever did.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'll go Rays there.
Okay.
I don't think they ever would put directly in the spotlight. That's why I think it's like they were there, Trevor, but he's kind of like the guy. Like,
Oh, I know. Oh,
and
yeah.
everybody, the crowd, I mean, he'd come out with the chain. His uncle came out with the chain and all that shit and do the fucking
Mhm.
thing and the ladies, but there wasn't really crowd interaction like he's getting now.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I mean,
the dogs were barking in Calgary last
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
And even
Yeah.
I do, I do.
Dustin's all in.
Yeah, I'm all into.
Okay.
I'm all into.
Yeah.
When I'm barking at my television because of this guy, I know he's pretty interesting. He's pretty compelling.
Yeah.
One of the most explosive athletes on the roster right now.
It's terrifying.
I mean, you see his fullback highlights from Kennesaw State?
No, I have not.
But look those up. Look those up one time on YouTube. Or they cover it on the McAfee show a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. McAfee would do the
All right.
So he had Braun on there one time. They were going over his Kennesaw State highlights, doing the same thing he's doing in WWE, just bowling guys over left and right. No one could tackle the guy.
Damn.
No one could tackle the guy.
When he
Utterly
shoots
insane,
off-
and he had breakaway speed.
Yeah, when he shoots off that rope, it's like,
Oh, jeez.
whoa.
I'm afraid
Yeah.
the ring's gonna break.
Yeah. I mean, he just springboards right off that.
What they say he can go off the ropes at like 24 miles an hour or something.
Yeah.
Something ridiculous.
It's
Yeah.
fucking terrible.
That I'm all in on that. Future world champion. Future world champion.
Someday. Mhm.
I'm gonna say.
I'll go all in
I think
on
that's
that.
without question. Yeah, I think that's without question.
Mhm.
But anyway, I know a guy that you don't necessarily like his entrance as much as most other people do. A guy that's new to the singles run and is actually getting an intercontinental title shot against Braun Breaker.
Mhm.
I'm talking about Yeet, Mr. Jey Uso.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're not as big a fan of him as most other guys. I enjoy doing this. I like that. I like that. Jey Uso is going to have as memorable a singles career as he did a tag team career.
Yeah. I'll go all in on that.
You go all in on that.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm not even that high on it. I'm a raise on it, but
I think because of his brother being the dick,
his brother.
he's like the good guy.
Yeah.
Now, if he went heel,
If
now
Jay
that would-
went heel,
that would be interesting. I don't think they can do that now.
No, not right now.
Like if he joined the bloodline,
no, that's not
I
going to
don't think
happen.
he's going to do it.
If
Yes.
anything, they're going to reunite with the old bloodline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No.
But I'll go all in on that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm at a raise.
I
I'm
hate
at
his
a
fucking
raise.
entrances, but
Well, yeah, I know. But you
I
don't.
know.
I don't know why you don't like it. I don't know why you don't like it. Sometimes I'll call my dad and he'll be doing it.
yeah.
He's like,
I mean,
I'm just
I
fucking tired, man. I'm 56. I shouldn't be doing this.
liked it, and then McAfee, just everybody.
Did he
getting in-
overdo it for you? Is that what it was?
Yeah, kind of killed it. And then
He overdid it. Oh,
And then I think when I was getting back into it,
bro.
he was on that stretch of the longer. Remember,
Yeah.
we're shortening it now, but I was like, all right, like, come on, is he coming in the fucking ring, or are we fucking? Is this a promo? What are we?
Yeah.
That's killed it for me. Hey, he's a hell of an athlete, hell of a wrestler,
Yeah,
entertainer.
absolutely.
yeah.
Has a bond with the audience that few have.
That's what the relationship there is pure. So
No,
I have to say that.
absolutely. Very
I won't
organic
take that
and
away
natural.
from him. Yeah.
Fair enough, bro. Okay.
It's not forced either. I
No.
gotta clarify that.
Yeah, all natural right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Transitioning to the football portion of this, hopefully we come back. Are we doing WWE at the end of the show with debate time? Do we have a
We do.
question on that?
Yes,
have one?
very interesting
do.
question.
Okay.
Yes. Nate and
Not the
Dustin,
not the last of the WWE questions, ladies and gentlemen.
those two will lose their shit in there. So
Oh no, I know. Nathan clarifying for us: Braun Breaker runs 22 miles an hour off the ropes,
Yeah.
which is still insanely fast. That's like cheetah speed.
Yeah.
Pretty fast.
Yeah.
And plus, he's like 245. So, good luck with that.
fuck it.
Moving on to football, and Dustin getting all excited. We
He's
talking
very
about the
horny.
wrestling. Gotta love it. Talking about the Steelers yet again.
Mhm.
Justin Fields should start the rest of the season.
All in.
Oh wow,
I'm done with it. I'm done with.
you're done with Russ already? I didn't even played it
done.
down for us.
Here. So, how quick people were to say, okay, he's sitting out, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Just to clarify for everybody, he was the emergency third string quarterback. That's why he had the eye black on and the shoulder pads. Probably wouldn't have got in, but he had to just look like he was, ready to go.
Good to be prepared.
But
you'd be
I
prepared
just
for the worst.
a fucking calf strain, Trevor.
I know
To what degree is this calf strain? Like,
that he could be out for 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, get a cup. Go get. You got the fucking. I know the Steelers didn't rank high on training, and I don't want to be long-winded here, but they have the cupping now. They didn't have that fucking 10 years ago, 15 years ago. You got stem, all the shit you can do. I don't understand how this strain is. The fuck?
I don't know.
I don't know if you don't want to touch that or not, but it's just,
no. That's. I'll stay off of that. I'll stick on to Justin Fields here.
Okay.
I'll say I'm at like a high check range.
Okay.
Give me another game or two.
Okay.
He shows up. He manages the game well. Like I said, doesn't turn the ball over. Makes the smart plays. Uses his feet when he. Uses his feet when he has to.
Yeah.
Gets us first downs. Keeps the offense on schedule. Gets us in positions to score. As long as literally, if we score 20 points, we're going to win.
Yeah.
That's kind of how we got to treat it. If we score 20 points, we're going to win because that defense is going to hold up anyone and everyone.
Here's a hot take: the Steelers' defense gives up the least amount of points this season.
I like it.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, it's going to be tough in the latter half of the season, especially
Correct.
with the, all the division opponents that we face from week 11 onward. And then mixed in are the Chiefs and the Eagles. So,
yeah.
Godspeed. Not to mention the Cowboys on a Sunday night in a few weeks here.
And they're going to be crying down there in Texas.
I hope so. Hope so. Nothing brings me more pleasure.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I talked a little bit about Florida and their prospects. Billy Napier apparently going to a 2 QB system now with Graham Mertz and DJ Lagway, the backup. And of course, Graham Mertz, the Wisconsin transfer from a couple seasons ago. And the Steelers, they were flirting with that for a little while, but hopefully we've decided on a QB1. To me, the old adage rings true. If you have two quarterbacks, you have none. Especially in the modern game too, where you can kind of mix in with packages and stuff. Where do you think your
I'll go check there.
Is on that? You can check on that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Explain.
No, Trevor.
Can you explain?
I cannot. I don't know.
Okay.
It just it's kind of, you're seeing Florida in the same kind of realm of the Steelers in a way.
Very tough schedule.
Very tough schedule.
A very underachieving roster. Yeah.
And I just I like the one guy. Like just have the one guy fucking be your guy. Like I know we were spoiled with Ben, but just the flip flop and yeah, no, I don't.
But you're at a check on if you got two quarterbacks, you got zero. That's the take. Okay.
Yeah. I just pick one. You don't need to do two.
No, I'm there as well, but I'm at a raise. I'm
raise.
Like
okay.
Yeah. I'm more. I'm a little higher on the confidence scale. If you have two quarterbacks, you have none.
Okay.
If you can't decide on a leader and one voice inside that huddle, you don't have one.
Yeah.
If you don't have one guy that 10 other guys can get behind on a down to down, on a series to series, on a game to game basis, you ain't got no one.
Okay. Yeah.
Talking about another topic we referenced before, kind of operating on the inverse opinion. We'll just see where you're at with this
Yeah.
take here. TB12 should just he should just be part owner of the Raiders and give up the whole broadcasting thing. I know we discussed our thoughts on this a little bit earlier, but we'll give the viewers an official temperature check.
Just kind of go off and die kind of thing, you mean? Just be an
owner? No. Like, just be part owner of the Raiders.
Yeah.
Make money from that.
I go Rays on that. I don't know why he's...
Like, why he's trying the commentary thing?
I don't get it. I don't get it.
There's 380 million reasons why.
Yeah, but, if he did a podcast like us, like he'd I think he would long-term do better. Who the fuck wouldn't want to come on Tom Brady's podcast?
It's true.
Just
have him and Edelman do one.
Well, and then Edelman's fucking gravy train, like you said, in the fucking, he'd probably shut down his and come be a co-host and be up his ass.
He probably would, yeah.
But no,
they might have live spooning sessions.
I'm gonna go Rays because I never understand. You got to take the money, but I think
yeah. Your
legacy's getting tainted here if you continue doing shit.
Oh, that's not tainting his legacy. Come on. Was John Madden? No, I'm trying to think. Who was a horrible? Mean Joe Green.
Yeah,
was not a good commentator.
I don't think Swan was either, but
no. Are their legacies tainted? Is that what you're saying?
I don't.
If you want to go down the legacies tainted route, I'm going to argue with you.
Different time period. I think.
Does the same logic still apply, or does a different logic apply? Are we in a different media market to where that narrative gets more into people's heads?
I think that the narrative gets more in their heads now. I think.
I know I just answered the question for you. You're welcome.
Yeah. No, it's all right. No, but I gotta say, I think if someone's new coming in here, let's say you haven't watched football ever, and some reason you just started now, and you hear him talk, and it's like, who the fuck? Oh, he was that good of a player, but he can't
fucking talk.
He can't articulate his thoughts of the game that he was really good. You know what I mean? That kind of
like I said earlier, he just needs to get it to where he puts it in a digestible chunks for the viewers, because I have a feeling he wants to say all of these things much like a Tony Romo did early in his day, back when he wasn't like overcompensating for it.
Jesus.
He wants to probably say all these things, but he's like, wait, I got a television audience here that doesn't know the game nearly as much as I do, so I got to kind of dial it back, get to more of a rudimentary type of understanding and explain it to viewers so they can understand what's going on and feel smart.
I agree with that. I agree.
So I think he's got to get there. So as far as him just being part owner of the Raiders and quitting the whole commentary thing, I'm at a check. I'm at a check. I'm not completely at a fold. But he shouldn't give up that money, and I think he can still be a good commentator.
I think he could.
Just give him more than 1 week.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Now to put him in the game, America's Game of the Week, right out of the gate, I don't know how good of a decision that was. I get the appeal. I get the mass media attention if you don't do that, but.
Someone threw out here, this was a really good, and not in the comments, but on Reddit. I know you love Reddit chat rooms, Trevor. He's like,
on occasion,
it's kind of seeing he's needing the attention because Jordan didn't do it. Jordan never did. He retired and did basically. It's actually very weird. Went into ownership and just kind of stayed out of the. Like he was saying, how Tom Brady needs that spotlight.
Yeah,
he needs it. Jordan didn't. But I was like, okay, we're talking about two different sports. This guy's kind of a fucking idiot. I don't know.
Yeah.
But a fair point. Go to both sports. So.
Sure.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
All good. That's all I got. That's it for this week's edition of All In Raise Check or Fold.
Yeah.
Moving on to debate time, right, Billy?
Yeah, I went on a fucking brain fart there, and I apologize. I think your question, that one with the fucking quarterbacks, yeah, I was at Rays with you there. I fucked up.
No.
I couldn't process that shit.
Nah,
I apologize for that.
Yeah, you're all right. The two quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
It didn't make any fucking sense. So I just want to tell the people that
Okay.
that's bothering me now.
Hey, that's good feedback. I gotta bear that in mind for how I phrase future questions.
No,
Yeah.
I just did process it. I was a fucking idiot.
You're a
So,
numbskull, right?
I was thinking about, I'll tell you after the show. But
Ah,
anyway,
yeah, totally fine. Round it out, Billy.
You always do a good job. I just
Well, thank you for blowing smoke up my ass.
No.
Take the microphone off the stand for this one.
We usually use that for. I was like, "Fuck! Wait, no, this isn't the fucking Qatar one," because I had to change the volume. No, that was from NFL predictions, so I just used that one this week. But debate time here. I hope Nate and Dustin are still in the comments because
of course,
we're rounding out with WWE. But we already alluded to it a little bit here, Trevor, throughout the show. Did Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams live up to the hype?
Ooh, like who between them lives more up to the hype, or just
both of them?
Do both of them live up to the hype?
Yeah,
over this season, their careers
over I guess what we expected week one. Did they produce?
Daniels did.
Okay.
Daniels did. Even with a bit of a shoddy offensive line, Daniels did. Caleb did not.
Okay.
Caleb was, dare I say, dog shit.
He didn't look like a number one pick.
No, not at all. And I go back to the post-game presser. Oh, I don't care about stats. You really didn't contribute to that win a whole lot there, bud.
Yeah.
And if you're winning games Rex Grossman style, that's not going to be sustainable.
Right.
Your defense can only take you so far. I'm a Steelers fan. I know. Trust me.
Correct.
Like our defense, they can take us to a 9-8 record every season, but they can't take us, all the way deep into the playoffs and, to have sustained success throughout a season.
Yeah.
Especially in the modern game with, all the disadvantages that a defense has.
Yeah.
Rules wise. But no, Jaden Daniels balled out and Caleb, not really at all.
I agree with
and if you ask me who's going to have the better career, I think it's Jaden Daniels.
I agree as well. I think Caleb fizzes out. I'm not saying Jamarcus Russell's shit, but
no, I know. He's not going to be that bad. No. He's not going to be that bad. But to me, with the attitude and kind of how he puts himself off and the whole contract thing and training camp stuff, I don't know. It's too much drama early on. He really thinks he's full of himself. Where you didn't hear hide nor hair from Daniels.
Yeah.
He just went to camp and grinded his ass off, and it paid dividends week one. Had a very impressive performance. Even in a loss, but still had a pretty impressive performance.
Talked to a Bears fan about this. Different personalities. I do know some, yes.
I know more Packers fans than Bears fans.
Yeah. I different personalities, total different trajectory, Trevor. But I was just like, he threw out there, Caleb Williams will be the next Mitch Trubisky. Our fucking franchise is just cursed at the quarterback position. I was like,
well, if he is, you have a 12-4 record and a division title in there somewhere.
Yeah.
And a double doink maybe.
Yeah. He says he doesn't see him in a Bears uniform after his rookie contract, but we'll see what
that's spicy.
It's a very hot take right there.
Yeah. Especially just after one game. I mean,
I kind of look at myself and I say, okay, maybe I'm not too fucking crazy. I hear these other fans sometimes.
Sure.
It's like, holy shit, you got to hit the fucking brakes. I know our slogan.
You can't. Obviously, one game does not a season or career make, but players can let it become that.
They can. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
And obviously, like I said, we saw who showed up in week one, and we saw who's on a not so good trajectory right now.
Yeah.
If Caleb doesn't figure his shit out,
we got some shit.
Could be another bust.
Yeah,
could be. Down that we got plenty of time for us to fully judge that. Hell, even after this season, probably.
Yeah.
But week one, not good.
Yeah. Okay, food question here for you. Does maple syrup belong with bacon? Do you put? Is it okay that it touches it? You eat it with bacon with maple syrup on it.
I don't personally put it on it. I just have the
Okay.
bacon as is. But if I'm having pancakes on the same plate and some syrup just kind of seeps into it,
Mhm.
I don't mind.
Okay.
I don't mind.
Okay. Some people
Not a
freak the fuck out.
no. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't.
Okay.
I
Okay.
yeah. I just eat the bacon.
Okay.
As long as the bacon's like a little bit juicy to where the syrup can kind of soak into it a little bit. Now, if
Mhm.
it's crispy with the syrup on top of it, then it's kind of strange. But if the syrup is baked into the bacon a little bit, it's like
Mhm.
part of the fat and chewy part of the bacon.
Yeah.
I can forgive that a little bit more. But
Okay.
overall, I don't mind, but I don't go out of my way to do it.
Okay. Um. Now, I know we asked this question. Oh my God, it was last year. Not
What?
part of the
Hey, whoa,
debate.
whoa, whoa! You got to answer
No.
the question too, bud.
Oh, this may. It doesn't bother me. I would agree with you with it needing to soak in. I'm not going to deliberately pour the fucking maple syrup on the
Yeah,
bacon.
yeah, right, right.
Like ketchup on a fries or something. That's I think it's a little sinister. You
Yeah,
need to take in the bacon flavor and not get it saturated by the bacon or by the
yeah,
maple syrup. Um,
sure.
yeah, but we had this question last year. I asked you and Nate this, but it was all time athlete.
Sure.
One athlete living now, who would you love to meet?
Ooh.
Living, not can't go back in
Hmm.
time.
No.
Yeah.
Like currently playing, retired,
Retired, just not above
just
ground. Yeah,
alive,
yeah,
alive.
yeah,
Okay. That changes things then.
yeah.
Ooh, there's quite a few. Just to meet, just like at a meet and greet, or
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you've already met your dream guy, so
There's strong number two. Strong number two. That it might
strong
shock
number
the
two.
viewers.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right. All right.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll leave that I'll leave that for you then, and I will say whew, honestly, just to be in the same room with Terry Bradshaw would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Oh,
That's
that's actually the guy?
Big Ben, but I just want
Oh,
to see
wow.
Goofy
Okay. Yeah,
Bradshaw.
yeah.
Just
Yeah, Ben's actually more feasible because he I forget exactly where he lives in the Pittsburgh area, but he's
yeah.
still in the Pittsburgh area. I
A
think he
lot of
lives
them,
probably in a gated community or something.
Swickley. A lot of them. I don't know if
Swickley.
that's where he's at, but a lot of
I'm
the
not sure.
old guys.
Yeah.
But Bradshaw. Okay, Trevor, we're on the same
Yeah.
page.
Oh, either him or honestly, Coach Cower.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be in the same room with Chinny Chin, that'd be fantastic. He has a lot of good insight on the game, both as a player, as an analyst, and as a coach. He's kind of been in all three phases there. So
Yeah.
guy that knows ball, and a guy that you can still kind of have a beer and
Yeah.
talk shop with. So
Yeah. He loves his Iron City. Tom
oh
Yeah.
that's what do you think was in this?
Right. It tastes different in Pittsburgh. I told you that.
Oh, I know.
It doesn't,
I
doesn't hit the
got too
same.
much onto the Millers. I forgot how much of like a lager type taste it had to
Yeah.
it. It's
Yeah.
good.
No, I drink it up here, and it's like, no, it's the nostalgia down there. It's in
Yes.
the air. I think the Pittsburgh air hits the beer, and it just makes it a fucking fountain of God. But
The old steel mill smoke just comes down,
yeah,
and it infects the liquid, and then
yeah,
you're just inhaling the smoke as you're drinking the liquid.
yeah. No, it's
Great. It's a beautiful thing, and it shortens your life by about 10 years, but it's a
yeah,
beautiful thing.
it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, no. But Dustin, Nate, if you guys are in here, you'll enjoy this one. What if The Rock never went to Hollywood?
Oh, he's probably contending for the all-time world championships reigns at this point.
Okay.
I would think, because
Okay.
he was a absolute megastar, and Stone Cold was on the way out, had the the neck injuries and the knee injuries, and everything else, had to retire
Yeah.
because of injury.
Right.
But The Rock did not have to retire from
No.
wrestling, or did not have to. Well, I guess he didn't really technically retire. He just kind of took a hiatus, an almost 8-year hiatus. But
Holy shit!
Pretty long hiatus. Well, I think he's talking about. I think he's talking about the final boss.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh my
And
God.
I think he's saying The Rock sucks because The Rock is good at his job, not that he sucks as an entertainer.
Okay. Jesus. I was going to say.
Yeah. It's still real to Dustin, damn it. So yeah.
Well, do you think it would have shot him? I don't know. I always wonder, like even Batista, if he didn't go Hollywood, how much more impactful in the business these guys would have been. Does it tarnish his legacy?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because some would argue.
Absolutely. If anything, it benefits the people that are in wrestling now.
I agree with that.
Just look at what The Rock has been able to do, bringing attention to the world of WWE via those other outlets that he does, via those other, those other occupations that he fulfills as an actor.
Yeah.
He still does wrestling interviews. He still talks fondly about WWE, and obviously he's on the TKO board.
Correct.
That might not exist if Rock doesn't go Hollywood.
I agree.
Same thing with Batista. Same thing with John Cena. You see these guys in the mainstream, and where did he came from WWE. Where did this guy come? Oh, he came from WWE. Oh, what's WWE? And then the attention funnels back to WWE.
Right.
So if anything, to me, it's beneficial for the business. It gets more eyes on the product. Hell, we talk about Logan Paul. We talk about Logan Paul. He's very good in the ring, but the reason he's on the WWE roster, he brings eyeballs to the product.
Yeah.
Because whatever he does, he's extremely good at it, whether it's boxing or creating a sports drink or whether it's professional wrestling. He's great at it. And he's a worldwide figure.
Yeah.
He's known worldwide, and he's bringing worldwide eyeballs onto the WWE product.
Yeah.
Why do you think the WWE gets celebrities involved at WrestleMania? Why do you think Snoop Dogg's hosting?
Yeah.
Who was it? Lil Uzi Vert did a performance, I think, at 39. Or no, maybe it was, it might have been 40.
Yep. Yeah.
Why do you think Muhammad Ali was a special guest referee at WrestleMania 1? Bringing eyeballs to the product.
Correct.
So, no, the bigger celebrities that come out of wrestling, the more the attention gets back to wrestling. So what happens if Rock goes Hollywood? To me, the wrestling business might be worse off.
Right. Okay. I agree with you.
From a monetary perspective, I say.
Yeah. Put the eyes on the product.
Yeah. Now, from like if you're a wrestling purist, from a legacy perspective, might be a little bit better. You keep that Samoan dynasty going. R.I.P. Afa and Sika, who died earlier this year. You keep that Samoan dynasty going which it's going to keep going for like decades to come. I would naturally think. But now, to me, in order to get paid to do what they do, you need eyeballs on the product. And in order to draw the top talent in the world, you need a lot of money coming in to pay those people.
Yeah.
And it's just cyclical that way. You get more eyeballs on the product, you get more money coming in, you get more talent in there, and you get better matches, better entertainment, better product overall. And it's just a beautiful cycle, and that's what WWE is doing right now.
Yeah, but that's all I had. Just one thing I want to throw out there for people to mark on their calendars. I know Dustin already has, Trevor probably as well. Speaking of money and getting eyes on the product and maybe not always doing it the most clean and efficient way, the Mr. McMahon documentary will be coming out September 25th. Highly anticipated. Lot of shit. And a lot of people are saying how full of shit is he throughout the documentary. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see, Trevor.
Does he talk about those? Man,
I want to know how far we go.
Does he talk about the elephant in the room?
And you saw the cover art.
Oh yeah.
So that kind of that kind of puts me in a realm. Okay, maybe we are going to get into some serious shit.
Oh,
that
yeah.
we haven't had him talk about, which I think the fans, because I took a 10-year break. I'm going to be honest with people out there, but
You
I think-
honestly, you took it at the right time. WWE in the 2010s wasn't top tier per se, but
yeah,
it was there, but it wasn't,
I think to the diehards, they're owed some explanation on why he handled himself the way he handled himself. Just,
that's fair.
I think it's fair to them.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But to me,
How do you feel on it though? That's
wrestling business obviously isn't what it is today without him.
Yeah.
The creator of WrestleMania bought up all those territories back in the day, even though, he shook the hands of those promoters and said, "Hey, I'm not going to buy you." He went out and bought them anyway.
very aggressive.
Oh yeah. Bought WCW, bought out ECW.
Fucking shark.
Absolute shark. But created a global product. Took WWE public, by the way. A wrestling company went public.
Yeah.
Who'd have thunk that back in the territory days, right?
Right.
Back when you had the Memphis territory and the Texas territory with the Von Erichs, all privately owned. Nah, we're gonna go public. We're gonna raise a shit ton of capital, bring in a bunch of money, bring in a bunch of talent, acquire our competition.
How much is the stock right now of WWE, Trevor?
I have no earthly idea.
Okay,
I have no earthly idea.
Just it would be interesting to invest and see what the hell is going on.
Probably pretty high with Paul Levesque in charge. I'll just say that.
Big returns, possibly though.
Yeah.
But no. Anything else though? You want to let the people know? Or
very excited to watch that documentary, and obviously very excited for another week of football. Like I said, with slightly less responsibility now that I don't have to pick a Survivor game.
Yeah.
So I get to hopefully. Well, I don't want to smash any more computers, but get the emotional investment back into it and the monetary investment back into it. It's football season again. I'm in my degenerate routine. Let's keep it rolling.
Yep. No, we appreciate you as always for joining us tonight or joining us today or whenever the hell you're watching us here. Make sure we'll see you next Tuesday at 8:00. As always, all gas, no breaks. Have a good day. Have a good night. Stay safe out there. God bless. Tell your weird neighbor, your friend, your grandma, whoever the hell loves sports. We welcome them with opening arms. And hold on here, we got a comment.
We'll text you, Dustin.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're closing out here. We'll see you next Tuesday at 8:00. And this was another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys with your host here, DB, host Trevor Dinsmore, and go Lurs.
Go Lurs.
Yeah. All right, let's get this.